And this is completely raw and completely internalized their stories. And some of them, they're still going through it. And even though the actors out here are not depicting their own story, some of them are actually either homeless or on the other side of it. So they're former homeless or never homeless at all, they're just actor. But I will not reveal to who's who. When we do a panel discussion, those who feel comfortable will come here and speak for themselves. And then you will know who's who on this panel. So of course, because of the course of action, not because of what happened, I will be two characters. So don't be confused. I'll try and show body language of which one is which, okay? And so we will begin.
Welcome and thank you for coming. This will be an opportunity to share the compelling, gritty, and unfiltered stories of homeless women. We want to give a shout out to the service agencies that have now taken steps forward to house the homeless. For everyone that is housed and serviced, there are still those who wait in the shadows, couch surfing on a loved one's couch or spare bedroom, paying an arm and a leg to stay in hotels and motels, staying in homes owned by slumlords, battling black mold, mice, roaches, and bedbugs. A lot of progress has been made. Motel for Now, the Fuse Project, or Oliver Apartments as some call them. When COVID came into full swing, the eviction courts closed down. Now they are back up and running with a vengeance. There are many stories, so much heartache and feelings of helplessness. These stories are in honor of Tracy. Even though she is no longer with us, she was a believer that one day her life was going to turn around. Okay, Tracy
was a beautiful, talented woman.
Tracy was a mother who adored and loved her two children.
Tracy was a daughter who loved her mother. Tracy was an addict and a mean drunk.
Tracy was nothing but a hoe.
Tracy was more than all of those things, so much more. Tracy loved life. Tracy wanted a future. Tracy wanted off the streets. Tracy had dreams. She had a wonderful singing voice and was so good with kids. You could count on Tracy to be humble, full of hope and joy. Hardly anything got her down. She just wanted to love the Lord, love her family and friends and children, love her man, and keep her head above water. So can we have a moment of silence for all the homeless women who never got to see a tomorrow and died, lives unfulfilled?
My heart to all my sisters who died in the struggle on the streets and now on the other side. So if y'all waiting for a feel-good story about how it is to be a homeless woman, you definitely got the wrong sister here. I am here defenseless. I don't know who can take care of me. I know some people hate the very sight of me. Guess what? I don't like y'all either. No, I don't like having no place I can call my home. No, I don't like having to use the bathroom on the street. Damn, would you?
Girl, calm down. Let them get a chance to know you. Start off with something you really want these people to know about you.
All right, fine. I'm a veteran of the U.S. military, 4 years served, 4 years of survival. I got out with an honorable medical discharge. Somewhat of a head case, or so they say. I scream and fight in my sleep. I know that's probably true that I have one fucking nightmare in my sleep and in the waking hours.
I don't smoke.
Sure you don't. Probably got a whole bag. Stingy. Thank you, sister. That's my homie there. That's something I want you people to know about us. We got each other's back, whether it's a smoke, food, or whatever. She knows I got it if I get a whole pack. Why are you sweating me? Look, I'm not gonna smoke it. Just need something in my hand. So where what? Oh yes. So the military says I have PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Damn right I do. I really don't know what happened when I was there. I blocked a lot of that out. One thing I can remember was being insulted by my captain. His word against mine. So you know how that shit went down. They gave me my walking papers and I left. When I got back, I was a different person than when I left. You talk crazy to me, family or not, I'll slice you up one side and down. I go from 0 to 100 in no time flat. But people at the VA try and put me on some kind of medicine. I'm not taking that mess. It gives me the runs and makes me feel weird. Ain't nothing wrong with me. People just leave me alone. I've been on these streets for 6 years. 6 hard years. Man, you don't know what I've been through. It's a jungle out here. Yes, I said it's a jungle, a damn jungle. And I was a former resident of all the 10 cities, and I lived up under the bridge as well. People like me, we be fighting demons in our mind just to make it another day. For real. You either fight or you blow your damn brains out. I can't call my people. They said I did something. Hell, I don't know. I probably did. I tell you what I'm not. I'm not a thief. And I won't let nobody disrespect me. I will stand at the gas station and ask you for $1 or $2. But I ain't gonna steal it from you. I don't want your pity either. If you ain't gonna give me something, kick rocks. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm done. Don't get it twisted. We don't want to be out here. I hate it when people talk like that we love it out here. No, we don't. That's just stupid. Who want to be out here in the freezing cold? Who want to be out here when it's blazing hot outside? Do you? Do you? I ain't think so. Living like we some kind of animals. Here it is, February. Because if I had one meltdown, just one, they put me out. And I ain't got nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. We hear, don't we, girls? Mm-hmm. We hear about people freezing to death out there. That's our worst fear. But the next time you hear that story, it'll be me. And you won't know it's me. Because all they do is burn me up and throw me somewhere. Just laying there forever. Unknown. You know what? Y'all comfortable in your homes. Just the small stuff you take for granted. It's an ordeal for us. When you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, right? You just get up and you go to the bathroom. We ain't got that. When you want to get up in the morning, you go in your kitchen, right? You make you some coffee. We can't do that. When you're thirsty, you go in your refrigerator. You can take a bath. You can take a shower to start your day. Those, what are those luxuries for us? Why we gotta beg somebody for just that? Why we gotta wait on that? I'm done talking. lives are really like this. It's all in the backpack. My whole existence is in a backpack. I have my toothbrush and my travel size deodorant, hotel soap, mouthwash, extra pair of socks. You know, you gotta have extra pair of socks. And I have my bottle of water, extra set of clothes, comb, brush, important paper, extra pair of shoes. I can only carry so much. These are the items I'm limited to. No matter the season, I wash up in the bathroom, in a restaurant, or my job. These places are closed, but I have to shower for the homeless. I just want to make one point, please. I don't mean no disrespect. Being homeless, your life is compact. How few resources are available to us because we aren't counted. We don't even exist. I'm only 19 years old. Last year, my mother died from complications from diabetes. It was just me and my mom. My mom was buying house on land contract. I don't know anything about rent or mortgage or paying bills or maintaining a house. I have a job at Taco Bell. Graduated from high school just like I promised my mom I would. Since I had nowhere to go, I stayed in my mama's raggedy old car and continue to do so as long as I can. Now I'm just trying to figure out my next steps in life. Can I ask you a question? Do you hate us? Do you hate it when you see someone panhandling on the street?
No.
Well,
Yes, sometimes I wonder if they really need it, or are they just faking their own benefit?
okay.
Like they do have a place to live, they do have money, and they're just doing it.
I know, I get it. Sometimes when you see a homeless person begging for change on the street corner, we're all drugged out, it makes us all look bad. But please remember, not all of us are drug addicts. Not all of us are doing wrong with the money that you give us. Please believe we're not all the same. When you avert your eyes, when you see me, that's a dart, real, believe me, living on the street is no picnic. We all got backstories. The reason why we became homeless, why we're still homeless, why this may be our lives till the end of our lives. People judge our appearance, they judge our life choices, negative or positive. So each day, all I have is my backpack and my home. People will see me and know I am not invisible. I'm not. My whole existence is downtrodden to a damn backpack. I'm looking around because it's all I have. It's left of me. It's left of my mother as a human being. That backpack is my only sense of comfort. In the rain, I use it to cover my head. At night, it's my pillow. And when I'm in trouble and people are trying to hurt me, I have to use it to defend myself. These streets are cruel. This is my third backpack. This year, I've been robbed and my other backpacks were stolen. The only people who I don't want to see me are the ones who will harm or hurt me. It's just something you survive. We're just surviving. I'm a young woman. I'm supposed to be in college. dorm room somewhere sweating on my exam, wondering when Queen Bee's gonna drop the next track. Going to the mall and getting the latest shoe. There's nowhere I can even pee in the middle of the night. Freaking out, and sometimes wondering if people are looking at my car window when I'm sleeping. Asking myself all the time, do I smell like I can only wash up? Trying to wash my uniform in the bathroom sink so it's not so dirty. Trying not to cry because tears are a weapon on the street. And it's a weapon on the street. You can't be weak. You can't let me see you crying because they'll take advantage of you. But I miss my mom. I miss my mom. And I'm so afraid people find out and look at me different. I don't do drugs. I am not pregnant. I'm not a victim of domestic violence. There is nowhere for me to go just because I am homeless. I'm not pregnant. I don't do drugs. And no one's beating me up. There's no place for me. There's no place for me out here. I only make $8.50 an hour. I only get 15 to 25 hours a week. I had saved up $700. My backpack got stolen. It took me forever. I wanted to die when I saw they had busted out my car window and took my backpack. So I'm back at square one. I will pull myself out of this. I'm going to take classes at Ivy Tech. I promised my mom 3 things. I would graduate from high school. I would never do drugs. And I would forgive my father for spending his whole life in Michigan City for being stupid. Reality, I'm just homeless and houseless. But this is not my destiny or what my future will look like.
The effects of homelessness on homeless women are considerable. They range from health issues to personal entrapment. It is believed that many homeless women failed in their lives to cope with their difficulties, and this makes them alienate themselves from the rest of the world. Homeless women often encounter a lot of health issues in their lives. Their health gets worse from time to time because they lack attention from people like doctors, boyfriends, husbands, family members. And because of the lack of necessities, they can suffer from multiple diseases or ailments.
Cold injuries like frostbite, COPD.
Tuberculosis and skin diseases.
Nutritional deficiencies and sleep deprivation.
Mental illness and drug dependency.
Daily, we face emotional, verbal, and sexual assault.
The longer we are out here, we might contract AIDS.
You lose self-esteem.
You become institutionalized.
And trying to escape, you might have a drug overdose.
Stop taking care of our hair, our hygiene becomes a challenge.
More dangerous and violent. Stalkers and people who prey on us.
Going to jail for trespassing and loitering.
What is your worst fear or concern?
Mortality. Found frozen to death.
Committing suicide during the holidays.
Become a victim of sexual trafficking.
Being rejected by my family even after I died and am dead and gone.
Losing parental rights to my children to this day and never seeing them again.
Being seen as a drain on society or dying in addiction.
At the time when a homeless woman realizes that she won't have a roof to live under forever, it is hard for her to believe. It is this fact of not dealing with reality that makes homelessness women less able to take actions, but then they suffer psychologically as a result. Those are stats and scientific facts. What do you want people to know? Help us understand so we can know how to help you. Who are you?
This is a picture of my dog Sheba. I am the lost woman, or rather, I just want to get away from people. Honestly, I don't even trust people anymore. I love animals more than I like people. Lost so I can never be found by my ex-husband. I am doing everything in my power for there to be distance between he and I. I know what you're thinking. How come you didn't not get to a women's shelter like the YMCA? I did, or rather I tried. Verbal abuse is hard to prove. I did go. You can only stay so long and you can't take your dog there. Sheba is not a service animal, but she comforts me. So he started stalking me, calling my phone, having his friends call my phone. Just happened to show up places where I am at. When I called the police about his verbal threats on the phone, I was told I was a vague threat since he did not say the words you or I. It has to be a direct threat. So Sheba and I disappeared, and with my disappearance came homelessness. Physical wounds heal, not so much with verbal abuse. I still have the echoes of all the hateful things he said to me. I stayed in the marriage for 25 years because I wanted my children not to have to live without two parents, a price I paid for dearly because in the end, he turned 3 of my kids against me. Only one of my oldest even speaks to me. And yet she questions me, how could I leave her dad since he never hit or hurt me physically? Every day scolding, yelling, calling me names in front of my kids, putting me down, getting blames for damn near everything you could even think of. Like if he lost the keys, somehow it was my fault. I was the stupid bitch for always moving his shit. How could I tell my now grown child, no, he never hit me, but told me if I ever leave him, when he found me, he would kill my ass. And how someone as ugly as me should be happy to be with him. My plan was I wanted to live beyond my nice big house and my 3-car garage. Verbal abuse leaves imprints of invisible scars, cuts that are as deep, if not deeper and long lasting as black eyes and busted lips. So I guess you can't even imagine how I could choose homelessness. It came down to that, or lose Sheba. She loves me and I love her. Who needs a big house when all it is a place I was being tormented? When I called the police, told me my husband hit the wall right above my head with his fist when he had me in the corner. He also hurt Sheba when she tried to protect me. The officer mocked me and said, "Did your husband assault you?" I said, "No, he scares me. I thought he was going to hurt me." He then said, "Has your husband ever assaulted you?" His voice was loud and I got the impression he was on the other side of my husband. I never called again. My husband's family would make fun of me and say, "You should be glad you have a man who can support you and you do not have to work. So what if you hurt your feelings to get over it?" Then said, "It's just a dog." Constant insensitive insults and manipulative put down wear you down so much I would rather live on the streets with Sheba, my sanity, than other 25 years of insanity.
Homelessness is horrible for everyone, but women on the streets, we face extra challenges just to survive. Raped, being homeless. Men are really just predators. They will attach themselves to women on the streets. They will use women to trap you into thinking it's safe, it's okay. Even in the shelters, manipulating them in different ways. I have seen this play out over and over again. asking women who's been out here for a while, it just becomes your normal. I thought, been sold by my own boyfriend, or rather who I thought was my boyfriend. The streets are dangerous. We as women do whatever we need to do to feel protected and safe. We do whatever we can to feel some sort of normal. You welcome the feeling of being numb, to not have to feel. Because if this is your reality, you will do whatever it is to escape it. You might look down on me, you might think I'm just purely an addict. They're all that way. They use every cent they can for drugs and alcohol. You might say it out of your mouth, but we know that is exactly how you feel. After a while, the numb doesn't even work and we just want to be normal.
If you call high being normal,
You need to talk what you know. She's been clean for 2 weeks. I'm proud of you, Tracy.
You have an addiction, Tracy?
Yeah. Or rather I did crystal meth. My meth addiction almost took my life. You're just going down one rabbit hole and spiraling out of control. My family has sent me to rehab centers, bought me a house, cars, even took my daughter. I've overdosed countless times. Just 3 weeks ago, I spent an entire day crouched on the floor picking through some carpeting at a meth house. An entire day. I can't even tell you how many little rock crumbs, pieces of dirt, granulates of salt I ate, hoping to find specks of crystal meth I was convinced I had dropped. It wasn't the first time. I'd picked through some nasty, filthy carpet, desperate to find something to change how I felt. I knew I needed to quit or just die.
Tell them your story.
2 weeks ago, lying on some floor waiting for an ambulance arrive, I lost the feeling in my legs, my arms, was unable to sit, stand, walk. My boyfriend had left me lying there all alone. He was on parole. He didn't want to be caught in the drug scene. I was rushed to the hospital. I don't remember much. Other than waking up the next day asking where I was, and the nurse very hastily explained that I had overdosed and was receiving treatment. The nurses and doctors were mean. I overheard them just referring another dumb druggie. After my second overdose, I started injecting meth instead of smoking and swallowing like it had been. I could not stop. So I'm homeless because I do meth, and I do meth because I can't stand being homeless. Stupid, right? My family's grown tired of me, will have nothing to do with me. I won my daughter back in court from my dad and stepmother. Now, we really on the outside, just the waiting for me to spin out of control again so they can have her permanently. While battling urges of my body, I battle the regret of yesterday and my fear of tomorrow. I know I certainly didn't. I didn't dream of losing jobs, apartment, friends, family members to my addiction. I didn't plan on spending an entire holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's in jail. It took effects of homelessness and drug use for me to realize what a mess life had become. I come from a good family that I hope will take me back once I prove to them I'm going to stay off meth. Until then, I honestly live in fear all the time. Fear for my daughter, fear of all things she has seen and experienced herself. So Sometimes I hate the woman who looks back at me in the mirror. I only have a spark of hope that I can be this and be so much better, not only for me, but for my baby.
Is that your story, Ju? Hoping to go back to your family?
No. I don't have any family to go home to. Well, except my 2 children. I was in foster care, ward of the state. My mom used to beat the mess out of me because she thought I was messing with her man. And I never knew my dad. I went away from my foster parents when I was 17 and been out here ever since. I guess when I turned 18, CPS just stopped looking for me.
How old are you now?
I'm 31. So yeah, I've been homeless going on 14 years. Trying to get my shit together to get my kids back. I have a 15-year-old named Destiny and a 3-year-old boy named Lexus. My daughter is by my mom's boyfriend. She never believed me when I said he would come to my room at night. My son, he's by my boyfriend. He's in and out of jail. When he gets out, we're gonna get married, get an apartment, and get the kids.
Where are your kids now?
So CPS took my daughter when she was 4 and gave her to my mother, which is ironic, don't you think? My son was taken from me when he was 6 months. I couldn't provide a stable place for him to live. Then my mother lost custody of my daughter when she turned 13. She was acting up, and now she's in foster care like I was. I know what she's going through. I know what it's like to be hurt. And when my man gets out, everything is gonna be good for us. We can live off my SSI for a minute until he gets a job. We're going to get a 3-bedroom house. 1 for Destiny, 1 for Lexus, and we're gonna get a dog. It's gonna be real nice. Yep, real nice. I lost my kids to the streets. I hate being homeless. I hate the things I gotta do to get a roof over my head. Those things you can't undo make you feel dirty, nasty, like trash people just shit on and throw away. Sometimes when you fall, not everybody can get back up. This toy belongs to Lexus. It reminds me to hold on, or everything I want that's important to me will be lost forever if I don't be careful. There has been times I turned myself into Epworth Center. I found myself on Jefferson Bridge downtown, looking at the water. I swear to God it was calling me, telling me, just jump. It would be over in a minute.
What was the it that was calling you?
Death. You can't imagine what it's like to be standing on a physical bridge, but a mental bridge. If you lean too far out, you'll be lost forever. And there's no coming back. I was getting ready to jump. I was really ready to go. I swear I heard my babies calling me. Freaked me the hell out. No, not imagining hearing them cry. They're not my babies anymore. That was taken from me. I never saw my son's first step or got to hear him say mama. He's calling another woman mama. But I gave birth to him, not her. I just want my kids back. I want my kids back. Give me back my kids, please, please. I just need my kids. I just need my kids.
Each and every Tracy story is heartbreaking. She is extremely vulnerable. And there are tens of thousands of women just like her homeless on the streets of the United States. We must do everything we can to get people off the streets and prevent others from becoming homeless. May we know your story?
Thing is, it's not a story. You're talking about my life. A story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. This shit here is a fucking nightmare that I can't wake up from. We're just trying to survive. We want to be inside a roof over our heads, not out here, and be happy. Ain't that what everybody wants? What makes us any different? So look, I really knew who I was on the inside at the age of 15. Not what my outside looked like, but who I know I am. Feel me? I knew I wanted to change my sex. I became homeless at 17. I got into a fight with my dad, who was a minister. My dad beat me up, told me I should be ashamed of myself. I was weird, called me the devil, an abomination, and I was going straight to hell. It was funny. He loved me when I sang in the choir and people would just come to hear me sing. He loved it when I preached after I was baptized at 10. Then he was proud of me. I tried to tell him that I'm the same person, that the core of who I am is still the same. He never gave me a chance. He never wanted to know me as I believed myself to be. People have done horrible, horrible things to me. Things other human beings should never have to do to another person. As a sex worker, I have beaten up, been left for dead. I've been raped. I've been gay bashed. I've been held against my will, and I've done things I'm too ashamed to even mention. I've tried to take my own life twice. The last time I almost did. I used to be a cutter. You think a lot about suicide when you're in the dark hole. I do sometimes.
Go on, don't stop, go on.
When Weather Amnesty was at the Life Treatment Center, the men and women who were homeless were separated as us, women, were supposed to go there for the winter months. I told them when they found out I was trans, I am a woman. I identify myself as a woman. They were cool and let me stay. That's not always the case when you're homeless and when you want to stay in an emergency center. Now, next to my sisters, there's nobody here who will keep me right now and in the present. I know I am strong. I will come out of this one day. I will get and keep a job, and I will have a place and pay for my own shit that nobody can take from me ever again. Life how I want to live it, without people judging me for how I feel and how I know who I am down deep. Not what society says I should be or not be just because I was born with particular body parts. So damn, if you think about it, I am homeless and not accepted or wanted for just being true to me.
I noticed that none of you mentioned where do you stay?
Damn. I hate when people ask us that. What the hell you care? Tell you where I stay. So then you can have the police come and make me move. Why should we trust any of y'all?
Well, the whole point of this show is to let us know who you are, nothing else.
Anywhere and everywhere we can feel safe. Abandoned houses, garages mostly.
This ain't none of their business.
Downtown and open doorways. If we can get enough money together, we can go in on a hotel room. Sometimes a certain man will come up for you a place to squat at his house, but you gotta screw him, and possibly his friends to stay there. Possible one of us gets one of us off the streets and gets in an apartment or a house, and they will let us crash on the floor.
That doesn't last long. Usually the landlord finds out and we have to get out. Some of us stay in tents, but we just try to stay out of sight so we don't get bothered. We hide out in spots in the parks. The worst is in the winter when it rains. It might rain all day and throughout the night. We're cold and wet, and if it is a Sunday, we don't know if we got to be able to get dry at all.
Thank you for sharing your life with us, ladies. Is there anything else that you want us to know?
Yes, the late Maya Angelou said it best in her poem, Still I Rise. Still I rise. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trode me in the very dirt, but still, like dust,
I
I'll
rise.
Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you beset with gloom? Because I walk like I got punching in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with certainty of tides, just like hope springing high, still I'll rise. Did you want me to be broken? Head bowed, lowered eyes, shoulders falling like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my happiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, because I laugh like I got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I like to dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of huts of history of shame, I'll rise. Up from the past, the rooted in pain,
I rise.
I'm a black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear it in the tide, leaving behind nights of terror and fear. I rise into daybreak, the wondrously clear. I rise, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the dream, the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise.
I am the breath of nature.
I am the light of day. I am a woman.
I am the giver of love and passion. I am a woman.
I am the strength of yesterday, the power of today, and the courage of tomorrow. I am a woman.
I am the one who bends but never breaks. I am a woman.
I am the heart song and the belly of laugh. I am a woman.
In my tears is 1,000 years. I am a woman.
I am music and harmony in motion. I am a woman.
I am as solid as stone and as soft as a cloud. I am a woman.
I have a sharp tongue like a sword, and yet as gentle as a baby's kiss. I am a woman.
Come find me, hold me, appreciate me. I am a woman.
I am a woman, but my friends call me Tracy.